Hello students, welcome to Teja Online Tutorials. This video on Bioscience from Grade 10 Life Process Expression Part 3.
Hi everyone, this is Anusha. Welcome back to Teja Online Tutorials. In the last video, we have learned about the structure of nephron and its parts. In this video, we are going to learn about the detailed function of nephron. That means mechanism of urine formation, how filtration of waste products takes place in the kidney through nephron we are going to see in this video. Let's move to the other slide. So this is the flowchart representation of mechanism of urine formation in which it takes place in 4 steps. The first and foremost step is glomerular filtration, and second step is tubular reabsorption, and third step is tubular secretion, and the fourth step is excretion. So we are going to learn in detail about each and every step in the next slide. Glomerular filtration is the first step in the filtration of urine in nephron. So we will see the diagram first. So first this is the afferent arteriole. That means the blood from the body will enter into this Bowman's capsule through a blood vessel called as afferent arteriole. Okay, so first we will see the part. This is a blind cup-like structure which is called as Bowman's capsule, and in this Bowman's capsule there are fine network of blood capillaries which are grouped together to form a glomerulus. So the blood enter into this glomerulus through afferent arteriole, and due to the narrowness of this efferent arteriole, there creates a pressure in this network, and due to this pressure the filtration start taking place in this glomerulus. So the nutrients along with the water are filtered in this glomerulus. Nutrients along with the water are filtered in this glomerulus, and it is pumped back into again the Bowman's capsule. Okay, so here you have to remember one point, that each and every part present in any of the organ is surrounded by the membrane and blood capillaries. So here also the Bowman's capsule is also surrounded by a membrane, and it is composed of numerous number of blood capillaries where the filtered urine will enter into the Bowman's capsule, and again it enters into further part. It enters into the further part called as proximal convoluted tubule. So the next step in the process of urination is tubular reabsorption. The filtered urine from the glomerulus, it enters into the next part called as proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so what happens here? That means the whatever the filtrate which is formed from the glomerulus, it is called as primary urine. It's called as primary urine. From this primary urine, again 75% of the water and 75% of the water is reabsorbed back into the again proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so what happens here? The remaining parts such as the glucose, amino acids, vitamin C, potassium, calcium, sodium, chlorides are also reabsorbed in this proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so if you see the diagram, this is the proximal convoluted tubule. From this proximal convoluted tubule, it again enters into a U-shaped structure called as loop of Henle. So in this from the filtrate from proximal convoluted tubule enters into the loop of Henle, where 10% of water passes out from this loop of Henle through a process called as osmosis. through a process called as osmosis. What is meant by osmosis? Osmosis is nothing but it is a movement of solvent molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. So here in this process of osmosis, the 10% of water passes out. So still the urine will become more concentrated. So from this loop of Henle, it enters into the distal convoluted tubule, where the next step called as tubular secretion takes place. Where the next step called tubular secretion takes place. Okay, so this is the distal convoluted tubule. Okay, so whatever the filtrate which is formed in the loop of Henle that enters into the DCT will be reabsorbed. The waste are again reabsorbed or secreted into the distal convoluted tubule, where it removes urea, uric acid, creatinine, salts from the blood, and it maintains a proper concentration and pH of urine. Okay, by removing these salts which are called as waste present in the filtrate will be removed, and it by removing of this waste it maintains the proper concentration and pH of urine. So what is meant by pH? pH is nothing but it is a measure of acidity or alkalinity of solution. Okay, so this is the what process takes place in the distal convoluted tubule. So up to here what 85% of the water has been reabsorbed and the urine become more concentrated. Still the urine has to be concentrated. Okay, so it takes place by a hormone called as vasopressin. Okay, vasopressin is a hormone which will be under the control of pituitary gland, which will be under control of pituitary gland. By presence of this hormone only, still the concentration of urine takes place, which maintains the osmotic balance in the body fluids. Okay, so if this vasopressin is absent, what happens? It leads to excessive dilute urine. It leads to excretion of excessive dilute urine. So this is the diseased condition. So if a person excrete more amount of dilute urine, more amount of water and salts will be excreted out from the body, what happens? The person undergoes into diseased condition. So that diseased condition is called as diabetes insipidus. So vasopressin is a hormone which is more important in the body. So this is about the mechanism of urine filtration which takes place in the nephron. So the concentrated urine which is formed in the DCT will enter into the collecting duct, from collecting duct, where how the urine passes from one part to the other part of the medulla and kidney we are going to see in the next slide. Okay, we are going to see in the next slide. So this is the passage of urine. So the concentrated urine from the collecting duct enters into the calyces of medulla. It enters into the calyces of medulla. All the calyces are present here. These are the calyces present below the funnel shaped structures. Okay, from the calyces the urine will pass into the pelvis. It enters into the pelvis. Pelvis leads to two U-shaped tube-like structures which are called as ureters. Okay, which are called as ureters. Generally ureters are 30 centimeters long, and these ureters leads to a structure called as urinary bladder. This urinary bladder are guarded by muscles. These urinary bladder are guarded by muscles called as sphincters. there are two kinds of muscles will be guarding this urinary bladder. So the capacity of this urinary bladder, it can store about 300 to 800 ml of urine. Okay, so urinary bladder can store up to 300 to 800 ml of urine. Whenever it want to pass out through our body, it will be passed out through the part called as urethra. Okay, urethra. This is about the passage of urine takes place in the human kidney. So we will see next composition of urine. So what is the composition of urine? Actually, urine is a dilute fluid. Okay, it is a dilute fluid and it is acidic in nature in beginning. It is acidic in nature in beginning. On standing, it passes to alkaline in nature by forming a product called as ammonia. Ammonia is one of the danger product which is formed in our body, so it has to be eliminated. Okay, so what is the color of the urine? The color of the urine is amber color due to the presence of a pigment called as urochrome. The urine is composed of 96% of water, 2.5% of organic substances like urea, uric acid, water and vitamins and some of the hormones, and 1.59% of inorganic substances are present in the urine like sodium, chlorine, phosphorus, manganese, magnesium, calcium, iodine, etc. This is the composition of urine. So in the next slide we are going to learn if kidney is in healthy condition, this is the way how the urine filtration takes place. This is the way how the waste products are eliminated from our body. If kidneys are in diseased condition, if kidneys are unable to function in a person body, what is going to happen, we are going to see in the next video. Okay, thank you. If at all you have any doubts regarding any part or regarding any content, please comment in the comment box. Thank you all.